The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Well, hello again, everybody, and welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Guy Newcomb alongside Playing on Sports, Kent Mueller here for today's 68th overall episode of Where Are They Now Wednesday here in Season 2, Episode 16. And a reminder that you're watching the original Where Are They Now Wednesdays. Hey, you know what? Hey, it's July 23rd, 2025. It's 1 o'clock. And just FYI, we are now officially closer to the year 2050 than we are to the year 2020. That doesn't make anybody feel old out there. Boy, it does me. But we're rounding down this season, the summer season anyway, here as we head towards Labor Day. But we will continue to bring you things all season long on Where Are They Now Wednesdays and the Missouri Milestones. And, hey, do us a favor. Go to our website. Hey, drop us a line, drop us a note, drop us an email. Any of your thoughts? Maybe we've omitted something with regards to Missouri Milestones, or maybe you'd like to see something else included in Where Are They Now Wednesday. You know, nobody's doing homework right now except for Kent Mueller, the guy on the other side of the page. It's summertime. People are out of summer school. They're out of school. They're kind of taking some relaxing days off here, maybe hanging out by the pool, but not Kent Mueller. Kent has done his homework for you, so we will turn it over to Playing on Sports and Kent Mueller for today's episode of Where Are They Now Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, today we'll take a look at where some Missouri athletes are preparing for their fall season. Some will be on the same roster, some will be on a new roster, and some are entering their first year of collegiate competition. We don't have all the incoming freshmen. It's still too early for that. And there will be some last-minute transfers. It is hard to keep track of all that, but we do so you can know. Both athletes you know and other local athletes who will become stars right before your eyes. This is a preview of what we will have all fall long. We are just weeks away from the beginning of the fall season, and when that starts, Missourians will be all over the fields. They will be doing great things, and when they do, we will bring them to you. We are your one source for so much information about what Missouri athletes are doing in college in the sport they love. No one has more for you than we do. That and more right after these messages.
Hey there, welcome back to Where Are They Now Wednesday here on the Missouri Sports Network. Want to apologize for the audio in that last commercial, our audio on our commercials. We've just downloaded some new audio and videos, so that audio was unhearable. So we will work on that. So anyway, we'll turn it back over to Playing on Sports, Kent Mueller.
Okay, before we get started with our fall athletes, I want to remind everyone to look for Missouri Milestones, the podcast. That will air tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. That is when we review some of the many Missourians who are on our all-time stat list. We have thousands already, going back to the 1940s. And after we have whetted your appetite with that look into history, we'll have our weekly interview with an athlete who is on one of those lists. To see the most extensive list of their kind, simply follow me, Kent Mueller, on X at @plain_sports and Guy Newcomb on X at Scoreboard Guy. As we get started, remember rosters aren't final and some have yet to list their freshmen. We will have the complete information when it is available. Let's take a look at Lindenwood University's men's soccer roster. Let's go over to St. Louis, and that is where we find one Missourian. They're relatively new to Division One. They have 3 D1 seasons under their belt and have made progress each year. They got their start in 2022 in Division One and took it on the chin with a 3-11-1 record. They followed that up in 2024 by going 7-7-6. Last year, they got into the winning column by winning 11, losing only 6, and getting 3 ties. Helping make that happen was Quinn Connolly. He is a senior defender this year out of Clayton. Quinn is a good example of a player moving to another school. He didn't leave the Metro, but you won't find him on the Missouri University roster, which is where he made 21 starts in his first 2 seasons out of Clayton High. While there, he helped the Saints get to the Division II quarterfinals. Last year, Quinn's first year in Division I, he appeared in 14 games while starting 6 of them. As a defender, he came upfield to score a goal against Western Illinois, which was the game winner for Lindenwood. One more season to go for Quinn. And let's take a look at the Lindenwood women's soccer roster. Like the Lindenwood men's soccer program, the women's program is in their 4th season in Division I. Last year, they broke into the win column in a big way. They won 11 while losing only 5 and tying 4. They progressed throughout the season. They were 4-1-4 in Ohio Valley Conference play, good for a regular season second-place tie. Then they swept the conference postseason tournament with wins over Southeast Missouri State, Little Rock, and Morehead State. Leading the way for the Lions this year is Caroline Ritter. She's a sophomore goalkeeper out of Narings Hall. When colleges recruit, they look for winners. That is who they got with Caroline. She led her Narings Hall teammates to the 2024 Missouri Class 4 State Championship, earning all-state honors along the way. Last year, the Lions won with Caroline in goal. She appeared in 16 games, making 15 starts. She was 9-3-3, while other goalies were 2-2-1, all combined. 8 of those 9 wins were shutouts. She had an .843 save percentage, which led to her .74 goals against average. We aren't the only ones to take notice, as the Ohio Valley Conference named her to their second team and to their all-newcomer team. Ryan Ward is a sophomore midfielder, also out of Narings Hall. Ryan is another marker from the 2024 class to become a Lindenwood Lion. While at Narings Hall, she, like Caroline Ritter, was on that 2024 state championship team. Last year, as a freshman Lion, Ryan recorded 362 minutes of playing time spread out over 15 appearances. Jessica Dodd is a junior defender out of Marquette High. If you knew where Jessica went to play after high school, that doesn't do you any good now. She spent her freshman year at Eastern Kentucky, where she started 3 games in which she appeared. Last year as a Lion, she settled in and started all 20 games, accumulating 1,758 minutes. 1,758. That's a lot of minutes played. It would be a lot of anything, like points scored in a high school basketball career. Are there any Missourians for whom 1,758 has a special meaning? Yes. Let's check Missouri milestones to find out. Eric Nelson graduated from the Barstow School in 1996 after having scored 1,758 points as a Knight. Andrew Mead did the same in his high school career at East Buchanan that ended in 2005. Those are just 2 of the 1,513 Missourians on our Missouri Milestone boys basketball career list, each of whom scored 1,000 or more points. Jenny Schreiman did the same thing in her high school career at Concordia. Jenny shows up with 1,758 points on our Missouri Milestones girls basketball career list, one of the 1,230 girls on our 1,000-point list. You can get those lists and more by following me, Kent Mueller, on X at @plain_sports, and by following Guy Newcomb on X at Scoreboard Guy. Now let's get back to soccer. Corey Robinson is a sophomore defender out of Eureka High, and she is also playing at Lindenwood University. Corey did not make an appearance last year as a freshman, which could serve as a redshirt year for her. while a Eureka Wildcat, Corey was first team all-conference, first team all-region, and second team all-state. Katie McCarthy is a sophomore defender out of Incarnate Word Academy. Katie is on her first year back in her hometown after spending her first collegiate season at the University of Missouri, Kansas City. As a Roo, she totaled 34 minutes over 3 appearances. Rachel Jackson is a senior midfielder out of Francis Howell. Rachel has a career that is becoming increasingly rare. This will be her 4th season at the same school. So far, she has started 54 games, increasing her time to 1,555 minutes as a junior and a spot on the Ohio Valley Conference All-Tournament team. Sophia Mueller is a sophomore defender out of Kirkwood. As a freshman last year, the Kirkwood grad played in 15 games. She made 2 goals, one of which was a game winner. Allison Schrumpf is a junior defender out of Pattonville. After playing in 8 games as a freshman last year, Allison started 16 games. As she registered 1,494 minutes of playing time, she got a goal and got an assist. That goal was the game winner against Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville. Maddie Olson is a junior midfielder out of Pattonville. Maddie is the second 2024 grad from Pattonville to contribute in a big way for Lindenwood. As a freshman, she started 15 games, scoring her first collegiate goal against Chicago State. Last year, she started all 20 games, accumulating over 1,500 minutes of playing time. Ava Blum is a senior midfielder out of St. Dominic. Ava started her collegiate career at the University of Nebraska, Omaha, before transferring back to her hometown at Lindenwood following her sophomore year. Ava appeared in 21 games while in Omaha. Last year as a Lion, she started all 20 games, getting her first goal as a Lion against the University of Tennessee at Martin. Sammy Roggenkamp is a sophomore midfielder out of St. Dominic. Sammy is one of the 4 former Lady Crusaders to be on this year's Lindenwood squad, 2 upperclassmen and 2 freshmen. Sammy has brought her winning history of 2 Missouri Class 4 state championships to Lindenwood as she appeared in 14 games last year as a sophomore. Mackenzie Compton is a sophomore forward out of Holt High. As a Lady Indian back in Wentzville, Mackenzie was a 2-time second-team All-State honoree before being named to the first-team All-State squad as a senior. The honors kept coming after her freshman season in college, where she led her team in goals, assists, and points. She scored 8 goals and made 6 assists. After just 1 year, Mackenzie's shelf is getting crowded as she was named United Soccer Coaches' second-team All-South region, the MVP of the Ohio Valley Conference Tournament, the OVC All-Tournament team, OVC Freshman of the Year, OVC All-Newcomer team, and OVC First Team, and all that in just her first collegiate year. Tasneem Dizdarevic is a sophomore forward out of Gateway High. Tasneem got a quick start as a Lion last year as a freshman. She started 18 games. In her 1,123 minutes of playing time, she scored 6 points from her 2 goals and 2 assists. Both of those goals were game winners. Tasneem was placed on the Ohio Valley Conference All-Newcomer team and the All-OVC second team. Jordan Hollingsworth is a junior goalkeeper out of St. Dominic. Jordan is back for her 3rd season as a Lion. As a freshman, she got 3 starts, with her first start being her first win, with Little Rock being the victim. Last year as a sophomore, she made 5 starts. Joining the 13 Missourians who are returning to the Lindenwood roster this season are 4 freshmen making their collegiate debut. They are Elise Lamb, a freshman defender out of Timberland, Kaylee Canoyer, who is a freshman forward out of St. Dominic, Bailey Flanagan, a freshman midfielder out of Eureka High, and Avery Thibault, a freshman midfielder out of St. Dominic. Last year, Lindenwood demonstrated they are a program on the rise. The 2024 squad had 14 Missourians who pushed the ascending Lions to their best season in Division I competition. This year, the Lions coaching staff doubled down on local talent. The old saying goes, dance with the ones who brung you. Lindenwood is doing just that this season with 18 Missourians, 14 who are returning and 4 rookies to assure the future. Lindenwood knows Missouri produces a lot of girls' soccer talent. Now let's take a look at Southeast Missouri State, their women's soccer program. The Redhawks look to improve upon their 3-11-3 season from a year ago. They have yet to unveil their freshman class, but there are 6 Missourian sophomore or higher. Madison Geisler is a junior goalkeeper out of Parkway South. Madison looks for this to be her breakout season. She played in 2 games as a freshman and 3 games as a sophomore, starting 1 game each season. Navy Washington is a senior forward out of Lee's Summit West. Navy has increased her playing time each year since arriving at SEMO. Last season, she competed in 13 games while starting 5. Kyler Serio is a sophomore forward out of Rockbridge High. Kyler was a 4-year starter back in her Rockbridge days. She did not compete last year as a freshman, which preserves the year as a potential redshirt season. Justy Nelson is a junior midfielder out of Jackson High. Justy arrived at SEMO just after being named to the Missouri All-State team as a senior in high school. In her rookie year as a Red Hawk, Justy started 17 games and was named to the Ohio Valley Conference All-Newcomer team. Her 16 starts as a sophomore increased her playing time to 1,366 minutes. She played the entire 90 minutes 5 times. Kristen Anderson is a junior defender out of Notre Dame in Cape Girardeau. After playing in 4 games as a freshman, Kristen started all 17 games a year ago. Her 1,487 minutes of play time was the most on the team. Not only did she play all 90 minutes in 15 games, she was on the sideline for only 43 minutes the entire season. Zoe Houston is a senior midfielder forward out of Francis Howell. Zoe has been a mainstay for the Redhawks over the last 3 years. She played in all 17 games as a freshman while starting 8 of those contests. She started all 19 her junior year, and while playing in all 17 games last year, she started 14 of them. Minutes played through her junior year, she has spent over 3,700 minutes on the field. Now let's take a look at Southeast Missouri State and their volleyball program. There will be at least 7 Missourians on SEMO's women's volleyball squad. That includes 3 freshmen with the possibility of a late arrival soon. Ramiri Gardner is a redshirt junior middle blocker out of Fort Zumwalt South. Ramiri started strong as a freshman. She led the Redhawks in attacking percentage and was ranked 8th in the conference. Ramiri was 2nd on the team in blocks per set and was the 3rd high in both digs and solo blocks. Ramiri redshirted in 2023 and came back strong last season. She was 3rd high among the Redhawks in total blocks. She has played in 59 matches during her career so far. Holland Gilliams is a sophomore defensive specialist and libero out of Jackson High. After earning 4 letters while at Jackson High, Holland stepped in at SEMO to play 23 sets over 13 matches last year as a freshman. J.C. Young is a redshirt freshman middle blocker out of Marquette High. After lettering her last 2 years at Marquette, J.C. sat out of competition last year, recording that as her redshirt year. The 3 Missourian freshmen on this year's Red Hawk roster are Reagan Nelson, a freshman outside hitter out of Pattonville; Harper Highfill, who is a freshman defensive specialist and libero out of Eureka; and Katie St. John, a freshman outside hitter out of Jackson High. There's one more Missouri athlete for us to discuss who is on the 2025 SEMO volleyball roster. Alondre Blue. She is a senior setter out of Advance High. Alondre left Advance High to go to Mineral Area College, where she had 2 stellar years on the court. In her first year at SEMO, she played in 7 sets in 2 matches. Alondre gives us a good segue for us to discuss Missouri milestones. As we have mentioned a number of times, we have built the largest, most accurate, and most extensive lists of both boys and girls from Missouri high schools who have scored 1,000 or more points in their career. And we will continue to add athletes from the past as we find them, and we will add the new ones who cross that threshold each year. What does Alondri have to do with Missouri milestones? Well, we have recently added 5 career stats for volleyball to Missouri milestones, for both girls and for boys. Of those 5 career girl volleyball stats, Alondri is on 2 of our lists. To be on the career assist list, you need 1,000 assists. Alondri had 2,460 assists while at Advance High. One can get on the career digs list if you have 1,000 career digs. Alondri has 1,006, so she is on 2 of our career stat boards. But Alondri's connection to Missouri milestone doesn't end there. Remember how I said the first 2 lists for 1,000-point scores in basketball? Alondri didn't just surpass 1,000 career basketball points. She scored over 2,000 points in her 4 years as a Lady Hornet at Advance High School. So Alondri is a part of 3 Missouri milestone lists covering 2 sports. Here is how you can see Alondri and all of the other accomplished athletes on Missouri milestones. Simply follow me on X at @plain_sports and follow Guy Newcomb at Scoreboard Guy. Before we conclude today's podcast, let's take a look at the University of Missouri women's soccer program. There are 15 Missourians on the roster at this early date. That includes 3 freshmen. The 3 freshmen are Landry Hopkins, who is a freshman forward midfielder out of Incarnate Word. Jasira Gates is a freshman defender out of John Burroughs. Allie Bryant is a freshman midfielder out of Timberland High. Allie Bryant was named Class 4 second-team All-State, and Jasira Gates was named Class 3 first-team All-State. Also playing for Missouri this year is Callaway Combs. She is a sophomore defender out of Eureka High. While in high school, Callaway was recognized as an All-State honorable mention honoree. In her first year as a Tiger, she played in 9 games while starting 3. Twice she played the full 90 minutes in a match. Emily Durecki is a sophomore forward out of Lafayette High. Emily was a first-team All-State selection her senior year as a Lancer. Last year, she logged 842 minutes of playing time spread over 17 games, of which she started 9. Emily got her first collegiate goal against Mississippi. Ava Vetter is a sophomore forward out of Clayton. Twice, Ava was named her Conference Player of the Year while at Clayton High. Last year, she got into 1 game for the Tigers, a 5-0 shutout against SEMO. Mia DeVroe is a sophomore forward out of the Whitfield School. 3 times while at Whitfield, Mia was she won All-State honors. As a freshman Tiger, she played in 16 games, starting 1. Madison Hendershot is a redshirt sophomore midfielder out of Rockbridge. Madison was a Missouri Class 4 All-State first-team selection. She is looking to get on the field this year as a redshirt sophomore. Monica Bronner is a redshirt sophomore who is a midfielder out of Acellus Academy. After redshirting her first year, Monica played in 8 games and started 2 last season. She got her first collegiate goal against SEMO. Autumn Jackson is a redshirt sophomore defender out of Fort Zumwalt West. Autumn comes to the Tigers after 2 seasons at St. Louis University, one of which was her redshirt year. Morgan Meter is a redshirt sophomore defender out of Marquette High. Twice, Morgan was honored as a member of the All-State first team while at Marquette. She didn't appear in a game her first year as a Tiger, which served as her redshirt year. Last season, Morgan played in all 17 games for the Tigers, racking up 1,489 minutes on the field. She played in all 90 minutes in 15 of the 17 games of the season. Anna DeMaria is a junior forward out of Corhezu Academy. Anna lettered all 4 seasons for the Chargers at Corhezu. As a freshman, Anna made 9 appearances with 3 starts. She did not play last year, which could become her redshirt year. Anna is a member of one of the most distinguished soccer families in Missouri. It covers 3 generations at least. Both sexes high school, college, and the pros. I covered this recently, and if you would like that soccer family tree fleshed out for you, all you have to do is email me at plainonsports@gmail.com. That is plainonsports@gmail.com. Jessica Larson is a senior midfielder and defender out of St. Dominic. While at St. Dominic, Jessica was first team All-State not once, not twice, but 3 times. Among the 17 matches she played as a freshman, Jessica got her first collegiate point, assisting the game-winning goal against number 23 Auburn. She appeared in 16 games her sophomore year and then again her junior year. Last year, she played the full 90 minutes 8 times as she accumulated 1,198 minutes of playing time. Keegan Good is a senior midfielder out of Park Hill South. Keegan is another first-team All-Stater her senior year at Park Hill South. She played in 16 games as a freshman, but none more memorable for a Missouri-raised girl as the one where she scored both her first and second goals of her collegiate career. Those 2 goals were all the Tigers scoring in their 2-0 win over the University of Kansas. That's great for a Missouri girl to do. Keegan appeared in 17 games as a sophomore and then came back as a junior to start all 17 games. It was 7 times that Keegan played all 90 minutes on the field. Keegan was not only multi-sport in high school, she excelled in both. She also played on the Panthers volleyball team, where she recorded over 1,000 digs, and that places her as a member of the Missouri Milestones in volleyball. Haley Chambliss is a senior midfielder out of Eureka High. Haley spent her freshman season as a Bear at Missouri State. In that freshman season, she led the team and the Missouri Valley Conference in both goals and points. She was honored as a MVC Freshman of the Year, first team All-MVC, and named to the MVC All-Tournament team. She did not see action last year and is back for her senior campaign. Today, we discussed a lot of soccer, both men's and women's, and also some volleyball. We also saw how much our review of Missouri athletes playing on into collegiate competition overlaps with our Missouri Milestones list, even when it is in a different sport. Before we go, I want to touch once more on basketball, girls basketball, not your typical summer club basketball, but the USA Basketball U19 World Cup team. As I have noted in recent weeks, Addison Bourne of Park Hill South was selected to the U19 squad to represent the United States at the World Cup. They played last week in Brno, Czech Republic. Addie helped the U.S. to 7 wins and another gold medal. And I say to another because that is Addison's 3rd World Cup gold medal in 3 years while representing the United States. Addie made the most of her 12 minutes of average playing time in those 7 games. She averaged 6 points and 4.3 rebounds. Remember, that's just in 12 minutes each game. She made 7 assists and got 5 steals and had 5 blocked shots. And her shooting was on target, making 13 of 17 attempts from the floor, including 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. We look forward to watching Addie climb further up our Missouri Milestones girls' career scoring list. And Missouri girls basketball players don't just excel in high school and college and on the U.S. World Cup team, but also in the WNBA. Saturday night was the 2025 WNBA All-Star Game. The game was won by Team Collier. And why not? Nephesia Collier is pretty accustomed to winning. She played her first year of high school ball at Jefferson City. They were 17-10 that year. She then transferred to Incarnate Word Academy. For those 3 years, the Red Knights were 91-4, winning 3 state championships. Nephesia then took her basketball to the storied women's basketball program at the University of Connecticut. In those 4 years, Nephesia was on the winning side 140 times and the losing side only 4 in 4 years. 3 of those 4 losses were in the semifinal round of the Final Four. The Incarnate Word grad won the national championship her freshman year. That means that for 4 years in a row, Nephesia won either a state or a national championship. What else did she do this year's WNBA All-Star game? She set the All-Star scoring record with 38 points and took home the MVP award. Folks, the great women basketball players keep coming out of the state of Missouri. Guy, what's on tap for tomorrow?